Have you ever been watching a tips and tricks video on YouTube and heard the term VOD review thrown around with little to no explanation as to what it actually is or how to do it? Well, if that's the case, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to VOD review with examples. So if that sounds like something you're interested in or something that might be helpful to you, be sure to stick around to the very end of the video because I do go through one of my own VODs and explain my thought process and what I would do if I was VOD reviewing my own VOD. Before we start the video, don't forget to like, sub, and let me know what you think with a comment down below. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Now kind of fast forwarding a little bit, they have these two smokes placed. These smokes, you will see them a lot. There's one here and then one here. It cuts off all line of sight from long, so when the bomb is planted here where we planted it, it's a little bit harder to see it. The thing with open smokes though, they only last about 15 seconds. So if you have delaying util like Viper Orb and Mollies, you're pretty much fine to wait out these smokes, especially if it's Omen. If it's Brim, you're in a little bit more trouble. But as you can see here, I'm pushing up into this smoke. I have one flash. My plan is to pop flash out of this smoke. But watch the way I do it. I do it in a wrong way that results in me getting killed.
Oh shit.
Okay, so really quick, pause the video. What do you think I did wrong with that flash? Ding, ding, ding. If you said I should have thrown it higher, you would be correct. Now, maybe not all the way straight up, but definitely a little bit higher out of that smoke, because what ended up happening is it popped too low, and due to the curves in the smokes, the people who were here and here did not get hit by it. If I had thrown it out higher, this person still would have gotten hit, and these two people would have also gotten hit, so I would not have gotten punished, and maybe would have been able to get 2, maybe even 3 there. I did still get my 1 though, so it was fine. It's those little mistakes though that you need to look at, and that's what VOD reviewing is for. Alright, so skipping ahead a couple rounds, we lost pistol, ended up losing pistol, and then of course lost our eco. We ended up full saving, didn't force or anything, so that's no big deal. This is our rifle round. It comes down to a 2v1, and their jet had an op. So we're playing a bit of a cross here that'll not at all favor an op angle. Viper's playing main with her molly. We've coordinated this. She said play off site. I went into art. She's playing here. I'm playing deep art, so if they were to clear this with an op, they'd be very exposed for main. So either one of us would be able to clean up that kill, given that we don't whiff. But listen to the comms here that I give out.
I have a molly gun now.
Okay, she picked up gun. So here, as you can hear to my left, I hear Jet drop her op, pick up a rifle, and reload it. Viper is in main comms that he has a molly. I am then playing time off that. I now have a flash as well. I'm looking at all this stuff, and remember, calming like this and being a good team player and even IGLing sometimes will win out in ranked games over your aim. You'll see a lot throughout this VOD. I may not include as much of it, but I have some rough aim in this VOD, and this VOD is a perfect piece of proof that aim just does not matter as much as you think it does. Now, in some games against absolute brain dead people, and it's all aim no brain, those are the games where you can just go crazy and aim it out. But these games are the games that are determined by your IGLing ability.
Last player standing.
Jet smoke goes down. She ends up killing Viper. It is halved here as well, so I would have been a bit of trouble if I whiffed this, but then I just killed Jet. Bada bop, bada boom, good trades. So as this round is going on, my entire team kind of gets on A. It's now a 5v1. I've lurked down mid and gotten into their spawn. I'm calling that I have the rotate, but I see him on map here. So we have Viper ult up. It's a 5v1 right? Not really much can go wrong, but this is going to be another example of something I do very wrong here.
Remaining.
80 damage.
He gets 2, right? This turns it into a 1v3. One of us is half health. The other one is in Viper ult. It's not super losable, but it is winnable for him if he plays this really well. So this is what ends up happening. I get thirsty for the kill. I shoot at him when, in all honesty, I should not have. I just saw him for a split second and really shouldn't have. Then I full blind myself because I didn't look away enough. Didn't get partialed. Full blind myself. Walk out and see this. I don't know if you can see it actually, but there was a gap, a tiny little 1 frame gap here on the Viper ult. He was holding from deep flower because he TP'd out of the ult and is holding in like this. So he saw me cross and then predicted where I would have been and just shoots me through it. Right. So 1 headshot and now it's a 2v1. This is very winnable for him. But my team ends up cleaning it out. He's backside. TP done.
Dug out right here.
Nice. Nice. And there was some miscommunication there. He said he heard him dug out when he had TP'd Cubby already. And if Viper had continued to look dug out and Race did not catch him, then that could have been very bad. But luckily, our team cleans that up and we're able to get another round. Okay, so this round, I go ahead and dog main close, like I have been every single time that we are going to execute A. This round in particular, I believe, was in a mid split A, so we have 3 main, 2 mid. Right now, too close, too close. Okay, so after I C2 with my dog, right, I come too close, and I get my flash ready. So my plan is to flash over this, which I'm hoping will push them off. I hope that'll just push them off. Maybe they'll go away.
Close.
But
Be careful.
you'll see. After I throw this flash, I hear blinded still, right? So my immediate reaction is to swing off of that flash. But because, depending on where these people are playing and how long it takes for me to get to point A to point B, which is about where this box is, and pull out my rifle and kill them, it'll be, their flash will be about up, and they have an opportunity to just 2v1 me. So I decided to re-flash the corner, but while I'm pulling out my flash, I hear this guy running up, and it was a decision of mine, a bad decision of mine, to try and still pop this flash. This is a horrible decision on any flash agent. Think of KO, think of Omen, think of Sky. Those 3 are the main ones that I have suffered with this. You think you have enough time to get the flash off when you really don't. If you're stuck in a really tight corner and you know someone's pushing you, do not bother, just fight them. You will probably lose either way, especially if you're in a real tight corner like this. But if I had my rifle out, I probably would have been able to kill this guy in this situation. So she just running guns me, kills me. My teammate's able to clean it up.
Sky pushing, sky pushing.
But still, very annoying.
Heard that.
Okay, so going into our anti-eco, instead of buying a bulldog full shield and not being able to afford heal, I decided to buy heal and then just buy a Spectre and only 1 flash, because recently I've noticed that I've been getting ecoed a lot more on CT side on your anti-eco. It's happening to a lot of people, and it's due to the Stingers buff and the Stinger just being such an easy buy. A lot of teams will just force 1 or 2 Stingers, and that'll be enough to win them the round. So I bought the heal to repair any chip damage that may happen to my team. This is like a kind of a conscious decision that I made, and I thought it was pretty smart. But what ends up happening here, if you look at, I'm kind of going to point out my team's mistakes here. Yeah, so look here. I see 1 aim in. I end up calling that to my team. We have Fade here. We have Raze and Chamber here. This is 3 mid. We should not be fighting mid and losing gunfights without trades. So this is what happens.
Scout destroyed.
Sheriff outside, I'm in.
Fade peeks, gets 1, gets really greedy, right? Where you are right now, you are so exposed from here, and they cannot trade you because they cannot see there. You're getting really greedy and pushing into a window, and this is what happens to Fade.
Good go.
Gets killed from over here, mid-arch, and now that gun, you cannot fight for that gun. This person, all he has to do is just walk out. Granted, that person doesn't know if there's another one mid-doors, but it's unlikely for there to be 4 mid, right? So, this person's probably just going to walk up, grab the gun. I called a fight for the guns so that they can't grab it, but this is what happens.
Don't let them get that gun. Fight for it.
Chamber walks out, looking at arches, and gets double swung from window. Raze swings, double swung from window, and now they have 3 guns in mid. It's a 2v4. And it's just an impossible anti-eco to win. So what did my teammates do wrong, right? Well, they didn't coordinate anything. Nothing was said in team chat. Nothing was like, let's fight mid. Nothing. Okay, that's very important to do. They didn't do that. The other thing, they gave 1v1s with superior guns to classics and lost. Okay, regardless of whether or not you have superior guns, let's ignore that part. Don't give 1v1s, especially when you don't know how many enemies there are. We just have people wide swings out here, get shot from here. Wide swings out here, looking here, get shot from here. Whoa, it doesn't even wide swing, but it just gets double swung, right? So it's just a disaster in mid. Okay, I want to talk about this round a little bit. We're on match point. It's 12-8. We just saw Sova long, for some context. We just shot at Sova long, and then we hear Spike planted on A, okay? So I call that we need to run and fight this guy fast because Sova's going to be really late, especially if he has to wrap all the way around, even if he goes through mid. But he's going to be really late, especially if he has to wrap all the way around.
Wait, run. We gotta fight this guy fast. But you guys gonna be late, man. He might be pushed up.
Listen, like I said, might be pushed up because in this situation, if I know my teammate is going to be late, instead of trying to stall time, even though I'm Sky, I'm going to push up and try to make it a 1v1 for my homie who's going to be playing ult, right? Playing ult in a 1v1 is much easier playing ult in a 1v2. Fade uses some really nice util and dogs out here.
Close.
I get pop flash. Fade does not. I believe he either turned it or he just saw the guy before the flash popped and ended up killing him.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. He's gonna be playing ult. He's gonna be playing ult. Now I make a little bit of a judgment call here. I said he's gonna be playing ult because he's Sova. Should be playing ult. To be completely honest, the bomb has been planted for a while. He has a better chance of playing ult here. I have dog. My fade swings out.
Last player
Gets
standing.
killed. This guy decides to fight. I know I have enough time, so I start to bring out my dog again.
Time to hunt.
He's still front main.
Scout destroyed.
And that was bad decision making on his end. He fought when he should have been playing ult. He could have used that dart for so much more, and we're able to close out the game. and win.
Weirdo, GG's, y'all.
GG.
Thank you so much for watching that video on VOD reviewing. I hope it was helpful. And if you found this useful enough, send it to a friend who's also struggling with VOD reviewing. Maybe doesn't know what it is. Maybe he has the same issue you have where they've just seen it thrown around a bunch in other people's tips and tricks videos and aren't exactly sure how to do it. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys made it this far, be sure to comment bleep, bloop, blop, spelled however you want to spell it. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next one.